presenting tonight for Lawrence Hill. Can you tell me how that came about?
Well, I'm an old friend of Lawrence's, and I introduced him to Clement Virgo, who did the Book of Negroes. And I also worked very hard to get the Book of Negroes into the high school curriculums across Canada, because I think it's such an important book, and that grade 11 students should be reading it. So my relationship with him has kind of grown through all of that. He called me midsummer, asked me to introduce him. I thought, wow, why not? Thinking I'd just stumble up to the podium and say a few things. Well, clearly, it's a little more than that, but I'm loving it.
What are you up to musically right now?
I am just getting ready to write a new record. My last record was a Billie Holiday record. I raised money for the Boys and Girls Clubs with her royalties, and that record will continue to do that. But my French record company in Universal, they do love an original tune, so I'm going to spend a bit of time writing. I'm quite excited about that.
Tell us a little bit about the songwriting process. Is it a word or a thought or an idea or a chord structure? What kicks it off most often for you?
You know, I keep journals. I write random stuff down all the time. When I'm ready to make a record, I think about the instrumentation. I think about the guys and girls that are going to be playing this music. I think about what songs I have that already resonate with the audience and why. And I do a lot of thinking like that. Then I think about messaging and what we want to be talking about today and making sure that we have plenty of that. So I start there, and I work with some great songwriters, Mark Jordan, Steve McKinnon, Craig Ross from the Lenny Kravitz Band, and I work with great songwriters, but I'm the lyricist melody girl.
What would be on your current Canadian music playlist?
It's a great question. I've been listening to a lot of unknown kids lately. I've been meeting young kids down at Regent Park and around, and I've been listening to what these kids have been doing and just talking to them about the importance of lyrics, the importance of reading, the importance of being current with your politics so you have something to say. So that's the kind of stuff I've been kind of listening to right now.
If you had to pick a favorite Canadian song or a few favorite Canadian songs of all time, what would you pick?
Wow, that's a tricky question. I'm a big lover of Ron Sexsmith and pretty much anything Ronnie does. Who doesn't like Try by Blue Rodeo? Who doesn't love Bob Cajun by The Hip? I mean, you know, we're not babies at this anymore, and thanks to CanCon and SOCAN and other organizations, Canada has been able to carve out a musical identity outside of the US of A. And yes, we have artists that are successful there, but they are telling Canadian stories. Drake, you know, it's cool, it's fun. We've come a long way.